What's up, man? We're gonna talk about this latest not gonna curse this video. The crazy stuff they doing now to convince black people in particular to take this vaccine. They mock black people constantly for this, as SNL just did.
I'm laughing at them because they taking it.
Well, look at Fred Hampton. Look at Fred Hampton trying to tell black people to take that damn vaccine.
Fred
You're
Hampton.
stupid if you don't. But we're just gonna go straight into it. Start this video to see how they went to try their hardest to convince disrespectful. And this is Saturday Night Live, which they're known for this at this point. They did the hair glue thing, and look at Keenan was right there in that skit as well. And it's just like, how are they still allowed to do this type of stuff?
Because they're the media. They get to do whatever they want to do.
Because they'll put something like this out. People will come at them and say, "This is what y'all doing. You're mocking black people. This is disrespectful." And it's just like nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Well, I mean, we have black people that
So
part of the scene.
So should we be more angry with the people in the skit than the writers who more than likely were white who wrote it?
We should be more angry with the people who decided to
act it out.
Keenan, Jesus Christ.
Now they mock black people for believing in God. Think about it for a second. Him saying, "I survived 2 heart attacks by the grace of God," is laughable.
Yo, that's not funny.
That's laughable.
I mean, that's what people saying now. What the fuck I need that COVID for? I mean, I survived this long. I ain't taking that shot.
What you do if you
didn't Facebook? That's according to them. That's misinformation, right?
That's misinformation.
When they've been using churches lately for the last couple months, they've been using churches to push the vaccine on black people in particular.
Why ain't they saying Latino people ain't taking either? Why haven't they did a skit on Latino people?
So that's that whole
goofy ass skit.
But not soon after that, doctors are criticizing SNL for unfairly stereotyping black people and vaccine hesitancy. As you can see here, healthcare workers are questioning why SNL aired a skit that stereotyped black Americans' views on the COVID-19 vaccine. Actor and SNL host Daniel starred in the skit called "Will You Take It" on April 3rd, featuring the black cast member Kenan Thompson, Chris Redd, Ego, and William, and guest Pookie Johnson. Lord have mercy. His name Pookie. Kaluuya played a doctor who offered money to 4 high-risk people, black people, in exchange for COVID-19 vaccine. None of the 4 black contestants took the cash offer, which grew to $5,000 for the vaccine. Uncle Derek, played by Thompson, said that the vaccine wasn't worth it for him despite having 2 heart attacks. And Aunt Shauna, played by Johnson, said she could not take the shot because Facebook told her Christians can't take it. Black physicians criticized the skit's stereotypical depiction of vaccine hesitancy amongst black people, who are fastest growing demographic to say they have either taken or will take the vaccine. Critics also said the skit did not address the lack of access to vaccine sites among black people and historical racism in healthcare. Is that a fact? Are black people the fastest growing demographic to want to take the vaccine or have taken it?
I don't.
Or
think
is that propaganda?
That's propaganda.
Because they paying people at this point to try and take the vaccine.
But that was a good point the physicians made. They could have brought the fact of black people's hesitancy with the vaccine is due to the history of, how black people were treated, how black people are treated in the healthcare. We did a video on a black doctor who went to the hospital, but
how did the skit even make it on air? Dr. Uche Blackstock, the founder of Advancing Health Equity, wrote on Twitter, "It's deeply problematic, making fun of black folks declining the vaccine, especially without any context, past and ongoing racism within and outside healthcare institutions. You all should know better by now." And this is her. No, NBC, SNL. How did this skit even make it on air? It's deeply problematic. And I just read that. And another doctor said, "This shit ain't funny." Yeah, all the black doctors came out. This shit ain't funny. In NBC, SNL, playing on stereotypes and generalizations is a dangerous game, especially when 75,000 black lives have been lost to COVID-19.
So that's the total number of black people that have died in America.
75,000.
COVID-19, 75,000.
Polls show that over 80% of black people want the shot. Vaccine access better than vaccine hesitancy.
80%?
I don't know. The skit is irresponsible as it further perpetuates vaccine disparities as being due to black Americans being ignorant for a good laugh and portrays black healthcare providers as manipulative, said family physician Chris Foster on Twitter. The more I think about it, the more my stomach hurts. Yeah, I noticed this skit was directly at black Americans, not black people in general. Every last one of them played a stereotypical black American.
They didn't have nobody speaking in,
no accents except Ebonics, but there was no, foreign black accent. It was all black American ignorance.
Yep.
So just make sure to point that out, who that was really directed towards. Then we can move on here. There's a poll, and you sent this article earlier this morning. Little difference in vaccine hesitancy among white and black Americans, poll finds. So what this article proved is it's not just black Americans that don't want to take that vaccine. They've been selling the idea that only Americans in general are denying the vaccine, but we know over in Europe, they don't want to take it. Certain vaccines, what's it called? There's a one over in Germany that's constantly getting banned by countries, but there's plenty of people that don't want to take it. It's your business if you take it or not, but there's plenty of people who do not want to take this vaccine. It's not just an American thing, and it's definitely not just a black American thing. As you can see here, there's little difference in reluctance to take the coronavirus vaccine among black and white people in the United States, according to the latest NPR PBS NewsHour Morris survey. Among those who responded to the survey, 73% of black people and 7% of white people said that they either plan to get a coronavirus vaccine or had done so already. 25% of black respondents and 28% of white respondents said they did not plan to get the shot. Latino respondents were slightly more likely to say they would not get vaccinated at 37%.
That's a big difference.
Compared to 63% who either had or intended to get the vaccine. The findings come amid concerns in some states over who was getting vaccinated and who was not. With data in some states suggesting stark racial disparities, the pandemic has had an outsized impact on people of color, especially black Americans.
We just so special.
Oh man, you see here, this is the chart they gave out. Now, what I found interesting is in this chart, they gave you white men without college degrees, white evangelical Christians, and
public white
and white people. And it's like, why do they separate white people into three groups? But black and Latino got just one.
We could technically say this, they separate them more than three groups. I mean, supported Trump.
Yeah, they talking about the white people.
Republican man.
They talking about the white people. But we're gonna be fair and say, but why didn't they put white women or white people without college degrees?
Ooh.
White evangelical Christians, they got that one. What about Republican white people?
Nope.
Why, or should I say Republican in general? Why do you focus on men in that category? That's strange.
Yep. I mean, they for some reason they gave white men three categories. But
yeah, this is another chart here that I found. Latest data on COVID-19 vaccination, race, and ethnicity. This is updated March 31st. As you can see here, this is for the. We're gonna go to the white graph first, and as you can see, white people are taking the vaccine. They're definitely taking the vaccine in most states.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
They not really that.
It's not a lot of them. It's only 23% in Hawaii.
California though. Who is that? California. 35%.
That's not a lot.
That's a big state. That's a liberal state.
I'm surprised by how low that is.
Hollywood knows something everybody else don't know.
That's a good point out. How the hell is California so low when they're the most liberal?
Yeah. Georgia now, Florida is 80%.
Wow. Look at Idaho. God damn.
Arkansas is 84%. Iowa is 90%.
Maine is pretty much 100% vaccinated almost.
White.
Maine is almost completely vaccinated. But you can see this is the numbers for white people. Then we go to Asian people. But Asian people are not taking the vaccine.
Are we shocked?
Except in Hawaii.
But they can't make it to the centers because they getting their ass whooped. That's why they ain't got the shots yet.
But see, in Hawaii, there's some what you would call some dark Asians in Hawaii. So maybe that's why they're forcing them to take the vaccine a little bit more.
That's probably your Pacific Islanders.
Yeah, the Pacific Islanders. Yeah.
Yeah, they taking that.
And they make sure to point them out that they're the same thing as Asians when we knew that. But there's another group you're not not putting in with them, the Native Americans. But we're not gonna get into that right now. But yeah, the Asians are not really taking the vaccine, which is I'm just saying.
They know
that's
something we don't know.
Here go Hispanics.
They ain't
Once
taking it either.
They're not taking it either.
They taking it in New Mexico.
A couple of states they don't take, but then we get to the Negroes.
It's a thin line.
Only place they're really taking it is the place that had the highest percentage of deaths.
District of Columbia.
Yeah, that's Washington D.C. Or that's not actually. It's
Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana.
Mississippi.
That's not really it. But it's not just black people that's not want to take this vaccine.
Hell, Asians particularly.
Asians don't want to.
They'll say they're a small demographic, so.
But I guess the infection rate for Asians is very low as well, which is how's that? Anyway,
we can't say what we want to say, but he won't make
somehow
it up there.
The Asians are not being affected as much. White people are being infected, and they definitely taking the vaccine. Hispanics not really taking it, and black people not really taking it. But like I said earlier, they've been using the church a lot to convince black people to take it. Hispanics,
it's like they use the church to push the abortions. They use the church for everything.
But yeah, man. Saturday Night Live, they do what they do, but I'm really disappointed in those actors that help portray that.
I'm not disappointed in them. That's what they do.
But this is how they do. It's how they do you when you have no power, when you have no control over your image. They can paint you as a moron, and the reason why you make the decisions you make is because you're stupid, not because you were just skeptical because of real reasoning. It's because you're stupid.
Yeah.
But that's how they do it, man. But it'll come back on them. But anyway, man, that's our little shot at that. You know, I thought that was a really interesting, not really interesting, but that was disrespectful what SNL did. But
somehow that actor said he want to stay away from racism. Daniel said he wants to stay away from racism and topics about race.
But every movie he in and
everything he take is about race. That was about race.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Anyway, man, all praise to the Most High and peace.